everybody, welcome to a Black Dad's Take Unapologetic. Welcome to my channel. I'm your card carrying Black Dad. I'm here to share with you guys basically adulting from a Black Dad's perspective. We're going to teach you about life, money, love, and all things in between, general adulting information. Obviously a dad first, and as I learned a lot of things from a Black dad and things I didn't learn from my dad that I wish I knew ahead of time, whether it be like things like owning a home, or whether it be just how to raise kids, how to do, how to be a husband, just general information that I didn't know growing up that I wish I did. So this is what the channel is about. I got inspired because people kept on asking my takes on things, and I used to ask them whether they wanted my honest opinion or they wanted me to kind of like give them the PG version or things like that. And I just decided that I would be just unapologetic with my responses, because unfiltered, unapologetic, and just generally give you the raw of what I'm thinking about when it comes to just life in general, and things that come with it. Pretty much the main thing that I get asked, and what I'm going to start with today, and in this first ever video on this channel, would be purchasing a home. First off, there are three things I want to talk about when buying a home or gaining a home. And it's going to be about whether how to get a loan, why do you need a loan, and how do you start, and I even add a bonus one: the misconceptions that come with it. So first off, how to get a loan. Of course, there are three type of loans that I know of anyway. I don't have a well-versed experience in everything. It's just up to where I am now in my life, and what qualifies me. I'm a homeowner. My wife and I bought our home in 2016, and we started from the ground. We started from the dirt, from the mud, if you will. We basically just decided that where we lived at in the city, New York City, was just really unsafe, and we wanted to move upstate or further away and still maintain some semblance of our old lives, as far as commuting to, not changing up to our jobs too much. We both worked at really good jobs, and we just didn't want to move too far from it. So what we end up doing is doing things what's called a FHA loan, which is one of the three type of ways to buy a home, I should say, that you can get, that I'm aware of. So we had this FHA loan, there's a conventional loan, and there's also something, if you're ex-military, called the Veterans Association loan, or VA loan. I'm not a veteran, so I can't speak on the VA, but I can speak on the other two because I've either heard about them or I have experienced them myself. So the conventional loan is not the route that I went, because at that time we were rushing out of an unsafe situation and we needed to put less down. But in the conventional loan, you generally put 20% down, and then you also have to put down what's called, for all of these things generally, usually for the conventional loan and the FHA loan, you have to put down closing costs in addition to putting down whatever percentage it is. For the FHA loan, is generally lower. Ours was 3.5% down. Conventional is the whole 20%. Now, why would you go for the conventional when you can do FHA? Because you put less down. Well, you would end up having to pay what's called mortgage insurance, and that doesn't go to anything but the bank just giving you the ability to get a loan with them, and you have to pay a fee. It's basically a fee to have a loan, and that you pay every month. And that ended up working out better for us. It might not work better for you, but 20% versus 3.5%, and you pay that fee, worked for us because we were in that situation where we needed to get out of our circumstance. So those are the three type of loans that you generally would get in regards to anything else. What you call it? I would go with FHA loan if you're somebody who's like coming from the mud. But remember, there is such thing as closing costs. Closing costs is one of the things I want to talk about. Um, Closing costs generally is a certain percentage. I generally say that it's going to be about prepare for 5% of whatever your uh, mortgage is. So, or no, I shouldn't say that. Prepare it's a fee. Finding out what those fees are for us, it wasn't that much. It was only about another um, couple of ten. About well, I shouldn't say another, but I should say 10,000. So it basically was double our down payment for us, which wasn't that bad. 3.5. You can figure out the math for yourself, um, but that was basically $10,000 that we didn't know about going into it that we had to pay in addition to the money we spent for the down payment. It varies. You're gonna pay, but that fee can be minimized if you have a union or if you have something like that that can help you pay for lawyer fees. It goes to just how much little fees, knickknacks that you have to pay the owner. You have to pay for inspections. You have to pay for certain things. These are all the fees on that you have to end up paying. So preparing for that either way is something that people should look into. I say 5%, having that in your head in addition to the down payment, is something that would greatly help you in getting a home. Um, what I hear a lot is people tend to think that you have to pay for a home in cash. That's one of the misconceptions I want to break. Like, because very few people have that ability to pay for a home in cash. There are generally most of the ways that people tend to buy a home is either a loan, inherited, or I should say attain a home is either a loan, inherited, or buy it straight out. Very few other ways to attain a home other than those three. And not everybody is in a position, especially coming from the mud, to buy a home outright. So a loan is generally where you go. And if you're very lucky, inherited is another way as well. So that's just a quick snippet of what this channel is going to be about. It's just about gaining knowledge, hopefully gaining some wealth. I'm not rich. I'm not poor, but I just getting to a level of a comfortability that this channel is going to produce up to where I am. I can't teach you further than me. I can only teach you based on my knowledge as a dad who has a job, who works for the state, and who has a wife and kids in a home. That's the perspective that I'm coming from. You guys can learn some things from me. If you guys learn some things from me, that would be great, because I want to produce and give you guys a take that other people may not give you, coming from a minority background, coming from the mud, coming from something that not a lot of people have come from, which is the rough parts of New York City. And if you guys find any of this informative, entertaining, you want to know more about just all these different things, I will talk about all these different topics. I'll try to put out something at least once a week, maybe more. We'll see how life is lifing. But thank you guys for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, click the bell, all of the things down below. And it really helps boost this channel, start this channel out, and I greatly appreciate you all. All right, deuces.